Hello there, and welcome to another episode of X4 with the Star Wars Interworlds 0.73 mod installed. It's a pirate day, so we are recording some pirate playthrough. We are still in our main flagship. Have we named this ship? I don't even remember. I've got it paused at the minute because there is a Gazanti trader there. I believe the end of last episode it was being a little bit of stubborn, just trying to chase down one of our fighters. It's about to come into our line of sight with guns, unfortunately for it. The other thing as well, someone has very helpfully told us the Queen Amidala's Revenge. If we look on the map, there's a good reason why the Queen Amidala's Revenge is not currently performing adequately in combat, and that is because the turrets are currently disarmed. So we're going to arm all those. I don't believe this makes much of a difference because it kind of like, if you tell it to attack something, the behaviours change. That's what I've noticed so far while playing the game. If I'm wrong, please do tell me. But we'll continue with that. We'll see what you're going to do. You might be some easy, free, cheap loot. So now it should be able to, once things are in range, it should be able to fire. Don't know where it's going. Oh, our main guns are in. Our guns are in range. Some good leading of target, and we're going to shoot our own ship in a minute.
That could be your last mistake.
It's not going to be my last mistake, is it? You are full hogging it into our system here. While we, wow, so close to hitting our own ships. Obviously, all the fighters and stuff like that, as it stands at the minute, are docked on all our ships. That's fine. So I've literally picked up where we left off from for this particular episode. We've just claimed Tatooine. Oh, it's still chasing down that fighter. Tenacious one, this one. It's going to die because of it. Well, that's fine. Yeah, we were claiming Tatooine. And we need to clear out the rest of the huts in this area. I think that was the general consensus. We did get attacked by a couple of hut ships, but they weren't anything particularly worth writing home about. I'm surprised that's still alive. We've barely done any damage to it as it stands at the moment. You'd have thought with all these cannons we would have wiped that out pretty damn quickly. But what can you do? Looks like some missiles are being fired at it as well. So yeah, the only thing I have done is we've placed an order for a new ship. So if you remember last time, we had 2 Corellians and a Defender that we'd purchased. That's your death knell now, isn't it? It must be your death knell. What is firing missiles? What has missiles? Whoa, hello. Yeah, you're gone. You're done. Such a pretty game, isn't it? Lovely. Yeah, you're dead. Were you carrying anything? Sedatives and useful scrap. We might pick those up, we might not. So yeah, we need to clear Tatooine out, and I've placed an order for a Nebulon B, a little Nebulon patrol ship, and that's going to go with these as a patrol fleet for Tatooine. We're going to send it to start patrolling Tatooine. I think everything else, we've just got scouts as it stands at the moment. The CSA is slowly but surely taking the ICG apart up in this sector of space, which we don't really care about. We're basically just using the CSA for the ICG to make money. We make stations for them. They pay us a substantial amount of credits, and then that's kind of that, really. Obviously, the Hutts, as it stands at the moment, they've starting to fall out with us a little bit, because we declared our mini little war. So we need to start basically clearing this system out, and then once this is cleared out, we can send our patrol fleets in to keep the peace. It's not a fleet that if it comes across Venators and stuff like that, it's going to be able to do much about, but it is a fleet that will be able to kind of hold its own. So I think we might actually start with that. We might start with the taking out of things such as this palace. Or actually, no, we'll start at the back, and we'll kind of move in to there. We need to give our ships permission to launch fighters. There we go. Look at that. Permission granted. There you go. Everyone else is armed and ready. Are we ready and armed? Excuse me. No, I don't think we actually have any ships on board this because it can't dock with any ships. Well, that's fine. So I think we're just going to kind of move in and do that. I don't think there's anyone actually at war with the Hutts. The only way we'd probably get money from killing Hutts would be to see about getting bounties on them, but I can't remember. Do they even do bounties on stations? It might be worthwhile seeing if there's any bounties up against the Hutts for taking out some of their bigger ships, destroying some of their stuff. That might be a worthwhile endeavour. So I can't remember how much I actually said last episode what the plan is, but yeah, the plan is we're kind of scouting out Mandalorian space. This isn't originally Mandalorian space. This usually belongs to the Empire, and so does Ithor. But the Mandalorians have pushed through, which is good for them, because we're going to try and find the Mandalorians and make friends with them, because I think we could do with some Mandalorian ships in this fleet. In other news of things that have been put on the Interworlds Discord, there is a TH1 hauler. I mean, we could go after their shipping stuff, but don't. Do we want to do that sort of thing? No, not just yet. Eventually, yes, we want to kind of to do that and start destroying their shipping. I mean, we are actually costing the Hutts quite a lot in ships as it stands at the moment, which is pretty good going. Should we have a look at this little... It's a pity, really, because... Oh, I've just pressed a button. I didn't know that was a hotkey. I've just told the fleet to attack it. Oh well. I like the TH1. It's such a groovy looking ship. For a trade ship. It looks like a trade ship. It looks like you can imagine it being full of oil and like corrosive materials and stuff like that. Lovely. Goodbye. Were you actually... So, were you carrying anything of note? Not really. So, if we're going to be hitting them, we actually want to be hitting them... I don't know what I've done. What have I done? What order did that give you? Fly and wait. Oh, is this just a different mini menu that we've brought up? Oh, one of our Naboo traders is... Oh, that's a Naboo being... Yeah, not one of ours. Silly boy. What did I actually press? I pressed a button and we brought this up. Was it 3? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. So, other. It's a tactic. There you go. Right, we need to get into this fight, don't we? We're dilly-dallying a little bit. So yeah, the plan is kill Tatooine, like I said. Make friends with Mandalorians. Get some Mandalorian ships. And this, yes, that was it. So there's been a little sneak peek spoiler put out for the next update, or it might be in the next update. It's definitely something that's going to come at some point in the game with the game, and it's the picture of a inside of a TIE cockpit, and in the distance there is a Superstar Destroyer. So that's pretty damn cool, isn't it? Now, there is already a mod out there for for one of the previous editions. I don't know how well it got updated. For basically the bigger ships, so Superstar Destroyers and stuff like that. The rule with those ships were that you can't have them built. They're in the system. You can interact with them. For example, the Superstar Destroyers, I believe, they won't leave Empire system territory, but they will. If you attack them, they'll attack you back, and they will defend and stuff like that. And the only way to be able to get them as your own is to board them. So we might have to have a look at doing some boarding actions and things like that at some point. But yeah, that's kind of like pretty cool. So as well as a good chunk of new Hape stuff coming out, there's a Superstar Destroyer, which is fantastic. Can't wait to see Superstar Destroyer. Now, is it as cool? Yes, it's much cooler. I was about to say, is it as cool as our coordinated attack? And yes, it very much is cooler than our coordinated attack, because our coordinated attack is very much like a randomized pirate attack. You know, that's the thing. All I got to look at is little droids. So coordinated attack, if you've never...
Pharmaceutical goods factory.
Around this funnel formation, and you can trigger it early if you want, but when they get into position, they do basically a coordinated attack on the base. It's fairly good. It works, at least. There is a couple of downsides to it. One of the main downsides being while your fighters are sat like this, if, say, a scout fighter or an enemy fighter starts shooting at your guys, they won't react. They'll basically just sit there and get destroyed until you tell them otherwise. It's a little bit thingy, and sometimes it can glitch out as regards to kind of like waiting for things to initiate, such as why is the Queen's Amidala's... Oh, so it's being attacked. So once I start seeing actual fire taking place, what I tend to do is trigger the sync point, which will get them all to move in, and we can now attack. They're close enough. The idea is basically you are attacking it without drip feeding your ships in. It gives them a little bit of kind of more of a clarityed attack. Hopefully you'll do better this time. I don't know why the support carrier has decided to come in. Now we have got the lovely big front cannons on this, however they're a bit lackluster, so I am going to opt for my usual under and gun approach. I'm not expecting too much in the way of firepower from this station. I mean, if we have a quick look at it, as it stands at the moment, it's a chunky station. It's got plenty of bits on it, but it's not got much in the way of defense platforms, really. So we're just going to kind of let rip. Where is the Queen Amidala?
Pharmaceutical goods
There we
factory.
go. There we go. Now she's firing on all cylinders. She's actually got quite a lot of firepower going. This might work out better than I expected. It's already down to 95%, which is fantastic. Useless. Oh, we got the Duel of Fates music kicking in. I don't know if that's an auto-cued thing for whenever you kind of like take on a Hutt at any station, it tends to come on. And we're just looming ever closer. Our slight problem is basically the guns position on our ship. They're all along the tops, which is why it's best, I think, in this ship to go opt for the underneath, because we're getting more cannons in range, doing more stuff. We'll just ease off on the old throttle a little bit. Yeah, we got quite a bit in range there, so we can just have a little glide by. What's the just check the map. So what we don't want to happen is the Hutts come sneaking up behind. I don't think they will. I don't think they have that ability. We've got some agricultural goods, which is good. We can scoop all this up. Scav fleet, that's one of the things we wanted to make, or I wanted to make. It's the Scav fleet. The Scav fleet will basically be a bunch of large tradery ships that can come in after we've destroyed stations to pick up all of the loot, essentially. So that we can then either use it in our stations or sell it on. Let's start our little foray. Let's bank this way a little bit. Oh God. We're flying into our own firepower. It's okay, we can manage. We can do it. I mean, what we could do is if we roll to the side and we can sort of do a bit of a flank on it, I suppose. Then we can stay out of everyone else's fire lines. This is not going to last long at all. So the Valor, actually, quite a good ship, has more firepower. I was trying to think when I might have disarmed the Valor turrets. And the only place I can think of that we disarmed these turrets would have been when we did our first kind of like test battle in Naboo of hacking the stations and stealing all the stuff. Because if you remember, we came out of the station and because we stole the dropped goods, it immediately aggroed and the turrets started opening fire, so I switched them off. But yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll probably get another Valor, to be honest, because I think they're cheaper. So a couple of these, and then maybe saving up for the big ICG big boy. So it's like for taking out stations like this is a perfect chip. We're going to slow down a bit because we don't need to be moving that quick. In fact, we're going to stop completely. As we just kind of like destroy this station in a very slow and methodical manner, it would appear. We're going kind of like frontwards. In fact, what we might be able to do is, if we swing around, we might be able to add some of our forward cannons. I know NR was saying about how they'd not seen the space stations or anything like that. That's a lot of energy cells. Sorry, not the space stations. So we had a brief conversation. There were a couple of comments. He said about the Munificent class and this one, and maybe the hard cell, about how they were in combat and that. And she, I think it's a he, I can't remember. But yeah, they'd not piloted it themselves personally, but they'd never seen the hard cells and stuff like that, basically using their own cannons and stuff like that in combat. And now I think I know why. That is basically down to the fact that the cannons, they don't particularly do much. Like the cooldown, they do a lot of damage initially, but you're only getting 2 rounds. If most, I'm assuming most of them act like this. You basically get 2 volleys. We're already overheating. 2 volleys, and then a very big delay in the cooldown and stuff like that. It's not really, you know, it's a bit rubbish, to be honest. I don't like it. Ooh. I mean, we could switch some of these off and maybe do like to increase the DPS on them so they're not using as much. But come on. If you got big cannons, you want big cannon ship, don't you? You want to make as many holes as possible. And it's a pity you can't actually get individual turret commands. So on some games I've played in the past, when it comes to fighting, you have your turrets on auto and stuff like that, but you can also wow, we've got lots of stuff to collect here. You can also go in and sort of like choose a turret to fire, which is always good fun. What are we waiting for? You got 3% left. Is that this bit up here? Wabam. I mean, this looks like some sort of like little they don't seem to be taking it too personally that we've taken out one of their chemical labs. Like, we're still not fully at -30 yet, which is quite surprising. We're down to 1% though. So there should be one little thing remaining. Where would it be? Have they started trying to build something? Is it over here somewhere? I can see some laser fire going up that way. You probably won't. Is it this bit here? It must be this bit here, I reckon. So we can take this out. Because we've got ships like these seem to be going in. Wait, are my ships fighting with each other? Have they aggroed each other?
Pharmaceutical goods factory.
No, it's this bit of the station, isn't it? Oh, I don't know where that was going. Like, why? So at the minute, my aiming reticle is there. Oh, so it kind of locks on, does it? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't understand. Right, so let us collect some drops. Collect some drops. Collect some drops. Do you know what would be the easier way to do this? Would be to teleport to each of the ships and just do a big magnet, because we are now full, I think. Yeah, we are full. So we're going to collect these drops then.
Requesting permission to dock.
Ooh, you could be potentially problematic should you decide to be. Say again. What we? So this is some weird glitch thing going on. Apparently something must still be considered as alive. Maybe, I don't know. I don't understand, and I don't want to understand. This poor ship is now. Not this ship. This Tridroid is fine. It should. I don't even understand where they fly sometimes. Right, I want that one. So the Mandalorians use a variation of these, I believe. The old bulk sick. Oh, is that build storage that they're delivering to? So they are trying to rebuild something. Can you actually destroy the build storage? Like, is that a thing? Right, if we shift G, so then we get the general direction of this. Might be able to take out the build storage. Oh, we got some stuff. Got a bomb launcher that I always wanted for Christmas. Don't know, can you destroy build storage? Is that a thing? We'll soon find out. Come on, cannons! Nothing should have a cycle rate this slow. It's meant to be a bloody we can hit the builds. Yes, that may be an answer. Was that? Did we actually destroy something then, or was it just a thing? There's a rather large explosion, and it didn't appear to come from the what you call it, the bulk ship. I suppose it could have actually. Are we actually hitting anything there? It doesn't feel like we're hitting anything, so maybe we can't destroy the build storage. Although, yeah, that's not as big as it was, is it? Right, that to me is saying I am hitting, or I'm gonna hit. So we're looking for I'm looking for these dots basically, and we'll see if we can destroy this build storage. Handy little experiment to play. I mean, if I'm honest, I don't think you can destroy the build storage. It would be interesting to know these things, though. That's gone. Doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter because the Hutts have cancelled their order. Right, so my ships should be out collecting all these ill-gotten wares. So we're going to leave them to do that for a minute. And we'll be back in a moment. And we're just going to take out this episode. Basically, is going to be destroying all these Hutt stations. Apart from the pirate base. We're going to leave the pirate base there. Welcome back. So with this, I ended up teleporting into the ships and basically just collecting everything. The fleet's mainly just recalling all its subordinates now. We've set ourselves to kind of like go just outside this pharmaceutical company, and we are just going to get the patrol fleet together. So we should have 2 CR90s, 2 defenders, and a Nebulon B. Oh, that's not how we do it, is it? We go like that, and then we go like that. And we'll put them on intercept for commander, I think, because it's just going to be a patrol fleet. Let's rename that fleet so we know what it is. Rename fleet the Tatooine. Tatooine. Is that how you spell Tatooine? It is. No, I want to rename that fleet. Tatooine Patrol Group. Confirm, and now we need to give it some orders, and those orders are very simple. You are going to patrol, and you're going to patrol old Tatooine. There we go, confirm. So that should get all these all flying. We'll eventually add fighters to it as we get more money. I think at the minute I'm deciding between another Valor class, because I quite like the Valor class now. Now we've seen it actually firing all its guns. In which case we would need a not the freighter. I should pause it just in case that is something nasty. We're going to need about 18 mil. Obviously a bit less because we're going to tweak this. But yeah. In fact, did we get the? Yeah, we got the heavy cruiser version, didn't we? Although that would make a very cool like leader for the Scav fleet. But yeah, I want to add some more bigger ships. So either another one of those, or we might actually go with like a munificent class just to try it. Because I've never tried a munificent class. Is it an extra large ship? I mean, they look cool. Oh, we actually need to do one of those to deliver the attack fleet for the Geonosians. We should probably think about doing that at some point as well. So yeah, we're going to kind of do that. I don't think we need it right at this moment in time, because we've got pretty much everything that we need. Pretty much. Who's that? So Bounty Hunters Guild Station. Now, I thought, where is the Mandalorians are kind of like, is that Selenon? Dathomir's round here. Mandalorians are down at the bottom, aren't they? So we need to find that jump gate. I think, does that go to Dathomir? It might be Dathomir. You're having a wander round. Because one of the things I would like to find with this particular patrol ship, if there is another gate round here, is the what do you call it system? The Moncal system, because the Mon Calamari might have some cool ships as well that we can look at. I still haven't checked whether or not you can actually get hammerheads in this game.
Pharmaceutical goods factory.
Right, so we're going to get you to fly and wait, and then you're going to do a coordinated attack. And then that's going to be... It's going to be that, isn't it? So if we've come in above, we should be attacking downwards. See what the fleet AI makes of that. It is pretty cool how it all works and how they all come together and that. V19s, look! This was our Camino group, wasn't it? The clones we bought from Camino.
Action for
It's a fairly cool looking ship.
Pharmaceutical goods factory.
I think what we'll do is, because we're kind of not at major risk from these stations, technically speaking. Hopefully, we're not at major risk. I am tempted to see how long it takes for things like that to trigger, whether or not they are going to take, how much damage they're going to take, because that is now under fire. I mean, Hutt weapons most of the time, even the station weapons and that, they're not particularly like. It's we're healing more, probably near enough as much damage as it's putting out. We can't stay too complacent. We are actually going to trigger that sync point, I think, because I don't want to make it too big a faux pas. We can just swoop in. I'm tempted to switch to the Queen Amidala as our personal ship, because I was just in it a minute ago, and it's quite a good ship. To be fair. Oh, the new version of it, the actual update of X4 will be out now, won't it? So I could do with checking on what's actually changed in the game.
Was our fire too?
Because I would imagine most of the things that have are going to be added in are going to be used on the. I don't know why the Quasars decide to go like tanking right at the front. I think it's something to do with turrets and turret ranges and what they're armed with. So the ships like to get in. But that wouldn't make much sense, would it, because of the behaviours and stuff like that? I have no idea what they do or why they do it. I mean, it's not like we're in an Imperial fleet. It's not like we're kind of going, well, these well-trained officers should know better. These are just our little piratey friends who've all kind of like come along for the ride. So I'm hoping to do some skirting and make use of these forward firing cannons. I'm surprised the Hutts, we haven't seen much of the Hutts yet. Like, why haven't they decided to come and attack our little base? Who knows? There we go, a couple of volleys of that. We'll slow right down as well. We seem to be at least firing most of our guns. Well, we're firing some of his guns at least. So, in fact, what I'll do, because we're going to clear this system up, and that's basically going to be this episode. So, as wanting to do and stuff like that, we'll open it up to you, the audience, of what you would like us to see as regards to ships and stuff like that. Like, do you want us to get some more Anote ones? Do you want us to get some more Trade Federation ones, more ICG ones? Maybe try out some of the things that we've not seen before, like the Munificent and stuff like that. Completely up to you. As it stands at the minute, that like there's some things I can't realistically do, or I don't want to do because it's grindy. Like, I don't want to get New Republic ships. I don't want to get Star Destroyers. We've piloted on the various different series and stuff like that. We've piloted pretty much every single type of Star Destroyers. Not to say it's not enjoyable, not to say they're a bad ship or anything like that. It's just variety is the spice of life and all that good stuff. So yeah, so it's ships immediately for this fleet. Bearing in mind that eventually we're going to see about getting the Mandalorian ships for this fleet. And we're going to make 2 fleets, I think, 2 big fleets. We're going to have the Southern Fleet, which is this one. That's going to come up from the Hutts, and we're going to have the Mandalorian Raider Fleet, which is going to come down from the northern areas and down to the Hutts that way. I think Scored was saying we could do with getting some more areas scouted out in the hut space. Essentially, kind of like check out on the like where are they? Like get some satellites in. Well, we could do with. Yeah, we could do with some satellites in Bothaway, just to check this gate. And we could do with some satellites in Lannick, or maybe in Delang. Because the plan will be, because I think the Hutts work on like a two prong. So you have the systems that go up here and then that leads to Kashyyyk. And then you have the systems that go up here and they lead back into each other. So if we can hold a position here and hold a position at the top, we can basically box them in, take out all these, and then move the fleets inwards and up and down and pinch them. I don't know how it would work out as regards to when we'd meet their main base, because I think that's the objective in it. If you want to take out their faction HQ, essentially. I really don't like these forward firing weapons. They're so laborious. And we're firing, and we're waiting. I mean, this is definitely a decent support ship. I think these weren't that expensive. So, I mean, the way I probably use this ship, if it's as cheap as I remember it is, because like when you're building fleets, money-wise, you're always gonna, most of the time, you need to be planning to lose ships. So, for me, this ship that we're in now, the Recusant, would be my sacrificial lamb ship. I would have maybe 3 or 4 of these, and they would be the ships that I'd ideally want to go in front of everything else, to basically to take the flak and the damage and protect my more valuable ships, and hopefully they'd be able to soak up enough damage, do enough damage back, so the more valuable ships aren't going to take any hits or as many hits, and they can basically spit out the fire and kill the fleet before they kill us. It's usually what I'm thinking. Like it's kind of useful in games if you ever find a ship that you really hate, but is not a terrible ship. or like a unit that you don't like, but is not a terrible unit, because you can basically just send that unit in and not feel terrible that it's just been murdered to death. Unauthorized attack. Is it unauthorized though? What are the Hutts actually doing? Is it standing? Are they thinking about attacking us? Not really. I'm getting way too close here. Poo poo. And then wait. There we go. That's more of it dead. I don't know what I'd want people to pick more. Whether I'd want them to pick like a Valor more. Would I want to see more Valors in the fleet? I definitely think the Valor's a good ship. I think the thing that I'd probably let it down is if it was going up against bigger ships. It's only a large, so it's probably its hull and its shields wouldn't stand up very long against bigger ships like Star Destroyers and stuff like that. But we shall see. Right, so by my calculations, we have got one more ship, 2 more stations to take out, because we're leaving the Hutt pirates alone. And then we can say the Hutt territories are ours. So just to speed things along, we will return once the attack is underway. Okay, so we are pretty much here. We're gonna send in the fleet to attack. Where is our Valor? We're gonna trigger that. In fact, we're gonna what are our we're gonna change that to attack with. I thought I'd already done that. Kappa group.
Hutt Bliss Palace.
Instead of being sat all defensive like, we need to move in. They've not been putting any. Oh, mind you, I wonder if they've not been putting any defence beacons out or anything like that, or requesting aid to local authorities, because we are now the local authority, aren't we? Which, speaking of local authorities, that reminds me, where is? Oh, you're still a million miles away. I think we're going to have to build some sort of warehouse in Tatooine. Just so we can start shifting some of those goods. We might actually turn that defence station into a bit of a kind of like, we'll class it as a black market, but it's not really a black market, it's just a warehouse with the thematic name. Right, let's get in. So we've lost an arc, that's unfortunate, but as far as I'm aware, that might be the only ship we've lost so far. Which is pretty good. Saying that, Porax has just gone down. And we should now be in range, so let's open up a Bliss Palace. Now, is a Bliss Palace going to be... well, a Bliss Palace does appear to be maybe a bit more gunned up. Do you know what? Thinking of Bliss, because obviously a Bliss Palace is essentially a spice palace in the old Star Wars universe. This has taken quite a few of our fighters out. It's a good job we've got a lot of money in the bank at the minute. Are we being attacked by something? No, just the unluck of the draw. It makes me think. It keeps reminding me, I've not seen the most recent Dune movie at the minute, which is a bit of a shame. It was one of those. I convinced the missus to come and see the first one at the cinema with me, because I seem to remember there was a spate of really good, fun sci-fi stuff that came out around the time of June. Was The Mandalorian and stuff like that, and she really, really enjoyed like The Mandalorian and Andor, and she quite likes The Acolyte and stuff like that. Not as keen on Ahsoka, but once it got going, she got into it. She quite liked it. And June is, wow, we are losing loads of ships. June is a sci-fi film, if you're not familiar with the series or the franchise or anything like that. So June is sci-fi. It's very much sci-fi, but it's a little bit more hardcore fantasy style sci-fi to me, in the way it's a little bit more. Yeah, it's a bit not a harder watch, but definitely a different type of watch to your kind of Star Warsy stuff. There's a lot more kind of like lore-y driven stuff, and it's just generally a little bit more a harder watch. There's less action, less like hero shenanigans and stuff like that. More kind of storyline. I am actually trying to strafe downwards here, but it ain't playing ball. Now we are shooting at it, I suppose. We've lost quite a few fighters though, which is not good. I'm assuming that little plethora of defence platforms there has caused a bit of merry hell. This section here with some of our fighters. We've still got some. We'll get some new replacements soon. Right, can we line it up with the mega underwhelming cannon 5000? Right, we're about there, aren't we? That's the other thing I don't like about this cannon. It doesn't line up particularly well with anything. She's just rubbish, basically. It's just rubbish. I mean, I think you can. So there's a way you can do it. So you can actually. So if I was to set these up on, not that button. So. Which one is it? So if I was to go and say on the second group go that, and then on the third group do that, I believe there used to be a way that you could go, so second group would fire 2 cannons, and then third group, second group, boom boom, third group, no. Oh, it's because I've done that wrong. Secondary weapons. Yeah, so you can do that, and then you go into second, third. No, not quite. You can kind of cycle them a bit better. But no. There's no real benefit to that other than it's slightly more... It's just a general disappointment to us all, I think, that forward-facing cannon. Cool idea. In implementation, just not very fun. I think that definitely, I've always, in most like games, my favourite types of weapons have always been the DPS ones, like not your submachine guns, although in Counter-Strike I think it was it Counter-Strike, where you used to have the P90s. I used to love a good P90. Just have a lot of fun with P90. But yeah, guns that have got like DPS on them rather than flat out damage is good. Unless it's like a mega cannon laser thing. I can either want one shot mega damage or I want lots of little shots. None of this in between, none of this slow rate of fire, but like good damage. We've lost so many ships. So many of our little fighters have died. Right, that's the other one down. Let's start flying. We'll start cruising towards it. So that's the ship technology one. Woof woof. Let's have a look. How much have we actually lost? So Queen Amidala, you have, or you could have, a maximum of, not drones. Don't remember. How many docked ships could it have? 18, and I think we had full capacity on that. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I think we've lost some on that. Yeah, we're definitely down on ships. Definitely down. We've lost an arc. I think we've still got we've lost a couple of arcs actually. They're still going well. You have lost pretty much everything. And you have lost a fair few ships as well. So we're going to have to buy some new ones, those. The Geonosian frigates had 14 fighters with them. 100% on those, 100% on those, 100% on those. What about our little suicide mission, the Gonzales? Oh, still 100%. So the big ships are doing well. It's the little ones. Right, last one then, and then we can kind of call it an episode. I'm going to coordinate that attack. And I'll go here. I mean, how like is Tatooine quite a hard system to take? Do we reckon on the grand scale of kind of like Hutt space stuff? If we were to use this is a question for Scourge. Scourge, what do we reckon? So Tatooine, it's obviously it's Hutt territory. Would we say this is a strong Hutt system or a weak Hutt system or somewhere in the middle? Because I want to use it as a gauge of how easy it's gonna be to move into the rest of Hutt space. Obviously, we've not had to contend with many defence stations as it stands at the moment, so I suppose that's a little bit of a consideration. But yeah, because we've taken most of them out. These should chill out at some point soon, because the Hutt pirates aren't our enemies. They just think they're just not happy that we've been attacking stuff in this system. The ICG have also got a claim on this system, so I'm assuming that's going to keep the Hutts out. I mean, look at Lanark. Lanark's got nothing in it. Let's just pause it a second. Lanark's got nothing in it. These have got very little in it. I mean, they've got nothing in it. They've... Okay. Yeah. I'm not that scared of the Hutts at the minute. Obviously, we need to see what they actually have in the way of fleet-wise and that. But I don't think we're really going to have to worry too much.
Autopilot disengaged.
Here we are. We've just warped straight there. Can we fire? Will it let us fire in third person? No. You. Trying to think what we could, what good function these front cannons would be. Like, I think they are doing quite a bit of damage. I would imagine against a large ship, if you say a Victory or a what's the CSA one? They have is it the Acclimator? They have. I think it could be a good weapon against them because they're a large target. I think it could potentially be good for taking out trade ships. I mean, one advantage this could potentially have if you're chasing a such as, say, an Acclimator through space, or a large or an XL trade vessel. If you're behind it, you can still fire these during hyperspeed. So if you can get close enough, you can basically wing them, drop them out hyperspeed, and then if you can stay behind him, if you can time it right, you're going to basically get their engines and everything sorted. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn slightly this way. That forward. So my overall feelings on the front cannon, it could be useful, and this ship in general, it could be useful, but it's got some GTA vibes to it. Which if you sort of think, well, GTA vibes, what's this crazy man on about? Right, so Grand Theft Auto obviously is a game. If you're not aware of it, you go around and you rob people and you shoot things, and it's very easy on Grand Theft Auto to get into this kind of loop of basically just destroying stuff, like crashing cars, running around with a rocket launcher, and destroying absolutely everything you come across, which is fun for a little while, and then you sort of go, but is it fun anymore? And you kind of get a little bit bored. That's my feeling with this ship. It's got lots of potential. Like it obviously it can dish out plenty of damage, but I'm not feeling excited by it. I'm not getting, because it's like it's distinctly average for a large ship. It's unique. Its USP, like its uniquest selling point for me, is that forward-facing prow laser, which is just kind of like very mediocre as regards to kind of what it does and how it works. The Valor, on the other hand, look at how well the Valor's doing. Like, it's got all those guns at the front. It's kind of like, to use another Rockstar's Productions game characters. If you've played Red Dead Revolver, the original one, there's a guy, Jack Swift, I think it is. He has two revolvers, and he's basically like a showman, a very English gentleman with a big moustache and a bowler hat, and his showstoppers. He's very kind of like pow 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 pow, quick tricks and stuff like that. That's reminding me of the Valor. Seems so we're on that bizarre vein of thought. But yeah, I mean, we've chewed through these stations easily. I mean, maybe basically we see about just bulking this fleet out a bit, and then start moving through Hutt systems, because if this is the sort of resistance we're going to get, I don't think we're gonna have much trouble on our goal of wiping out the Hutts. I think it's going to be pretty damn easy, if I am 100% honest. I I mean, there is a couple of things we need to be wary about. They do have a Venator. The Venator is, even a pirate Venator is a worthy foe. But yeah, I think we're going to be okay. The Tatooine patrol group has arrived with our Nebulon B. We need a name for this Nebulon B at some point. Probably. Patrol fleets, I always, apart from the Imperial ones, because the Imperial patrol fleets are playing a very, very important role for keeping our trade going as it stands at the minute. But on a lot of playthroughs I forget I own patrol fleets. Like I've just remembered we actually have some ships down in Lux. We have quite a few ships in Lux. We have all these defending our home territories. Right. So there's no gate down there, or none that we can see. So explore down here, please. I am going to still stick to the plan of trying to get the Mandalorians on side. But I believe this is now Tatooine complete. Yay! It's shifting 2. Let's do the... No, it's shifting 3 in it. Let's do the big scan. And there's a station there which we will autopilot to, because there's a potential that that's going to be a Hutt defense station, which I kind of hope it is, and I hope it's fully online, because then I can test our fleet against something with a bit more teeth. If it's nothing, then that'll be, we're going to kind of call it an end there. So as I said, if you would be also kind, let me know what you would like to see us do with this fleet. Shall we get another Valor? Shall we save up for another Valor class and add that in? Or shall we get a Munificent to try the Munificent out? Either which way, I'm relatively happy. I kind of want to see the Munificent just to see how it is. I think it might be a bit squishy, but I'd like to see it, play with it, see if it's any good. I would also like the firepower from the Valor, because I think they are a good bruiser. I mean, the hull point's not, the hull and shields aren't brilliant on them, but you know, it's a good ship, good solid ship. So let us know on that, and then I suppose that's it, really. We just need to kind of know about those things. What's up? What's up at this one? This is Dathomir. Yes, Dathomir is here. We kind of want to explore more down this way, I think, because there's a gate down at the bottom of Dathomir. Oh, it's got a docking bay. Oh, well, it's going to call it a docking bay even if it's not completed, isn't it? Oh, that does look substantial. Rhydonium Refinery. Who gave you permission? Right, so I am pretty sure the High CG has not paid me to build in my territory. Is the Hutt... Wait a minute. Is the ICG at war with the Hutts? Because that's great. So that means that's been destroyed. Have we caused a war? Say it's so. No. Doesn't look like it. Does looks like someone's definitely taken that out, maybe. Oh no, I tell a lie. That's not even in that system. That's in this system. That's the first station we took out, isn't it? It was just built on the outskirts. Cool. Right, so on that bombshell, that's it for this episode. So, as ever, thank you for watching. I have been Captain Jack Gumption. This has been X4 with a Star Wars Interworlds 0.73 mod installed. Thank you for watching, and until next time.